I feel like I've been gone.
143. Where you been?
I feel like I've been gone, and I'm back home now with the old name. I just like the old name so much better.
Dude, well, just listening to the intro music is so much better.
It is.
I enjoy it so much more. It gets me more pumped before the start of the show than the other one, and I like the other one, but this it just hits different.
I'm just surprised how many people say, "Oh man, I'm glad you guys went back to the old name. I hated the new name." I'm
Yeah,
like,
what?
Fuckers, we had you vote on it.
Well, I don't think we had them vote. We might have asked an opinion or two.
Well, yeah, we asked their
didn't pay
opinions.
attention.
Everybody's like, "Oh, that's a good one." Fuck off! And now you're saying you hate it. Well, we hated it too, so it's all right.
Well, I don't know if I hated it per se, but I didn't want to keep it. And either way, you're right. What do you mean you hated it and you didn't fucking tell me, you cunts?
I know.
I'm honest with you. I tell you when you suck. Tell me when I suck.
We
I don't give a
always tell
shit.
them when they
Hey,
suck.
and that reminds me, if you want to tell me you suck or I suck, or if tell me that you suck, I don't care. Just tell me someone sucks. Or just want to talk about flowers. I don't give a fuck. Write us in, shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. This is episode 143, and let's get right where...
What if somebody actually wrote in with a flower question? You couldn't speak intelligently about it.
I read the questions beforehand. I would have done some research. I would have had some information. I would have tried to make something funny out of the flower.
Yeah,
I
hey,
don't know.
listen, my perennials are not coming back like I thought they would, Jason. What is your advice on how I can get my fucking flowers to bloom again?
Well, in the October full moon, the right thing to do is to piss on them just as the clock strikes 2:30. The urine comes down on them and sets off the aroma that can only exist in that hour under the full moon in October at 2:30 exactly, and your perennials come back fucking blooming next year.
You're a botanist.
Yeah, dude, come
Botanist.
on.
Hey, welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful fall day. Would you call it fall yet?
I don't know. No one gives a fuck about the weather.
Oh, I do.
You do?
I'll tell you why.
Because you're old.
Well, no, here's why I give a fuck about
Old
the weather.
people love weather.
Because, where I'm from, it's hot and hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, ever since I've moved here, it still blows my mind how it could literally change 30 or 40 degrees.
Dude, it's been like 20 years.
Day. I realize
You've been here 20 years.
Still blows my mind.
Some people aren't even 20.
But I mean, it still blows my
They're
mind
over
that
the
it's going
fucking
to be
weather.
93 today and 68 tomorrow.
Well, the weather's fucked up because we're assholes and we're ruining everything, which is fine. We'll be
You're one of
dead.
those global warming guys?
You mean science? Yeah. I
just didn't know if you were one of those
I'm
Joe
not
Biden.
Big no, I'm not one of those guys that's running around like, knock it off. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be gone. My kids are going to be gone. It's going to last a lot longer. But, in a couple thousand years, we might be fucked. And
Face
that's
is
fine.
clearing up.
No, it's not. You
I
think
see
so?
it. It's better than
right
it looked
here,
last
dude.
week.
Fucking awful. I don't stick to it.
It looks like you
Twice
were
a day.
face down against some rough shag carpet, taking one in the can. That's what it looks like. And then when this side started to hurt, you flip this side over so we could get a little better. That's what it looks like. It's just me, and I don't judge.
No, that's fine. I mean, Wolfie has his way of doing things, and I ain't going to stop him. He's a big dog. I can only do so much. All right, when those paws are around your hips, he has more control than you think.
He's a big boy.
A lot of people are like, hey, you probably need a thumb in order to get some real control. Not Wolfman.
Oh,
Wolfman, when he gets on with those paws, he mounts you. You're not moving.
He's got talons.
And then he sticks them in your back as your face is rubbing against the ground. It's fucking awful. Anyways, how about those Bengals, buddy? It is week 2 of the NFL season, and the Bengals fucking blow. They fucking suck, dude.
They do.
They have nothing. They don't have a pass rush. They don't have an offensive line.
They have no offensive line.
Their quarterback's starting to act like John Kitna back there, getting crazy legs, running around, not knowing what the fuck to do.
The funniest meme going around Facebook right now, all over the country,
We have Chase.
is Lael Collins going, "Your new bodyguard's here. No one's going to touch you." Back when he first got signed.
And
we're
he's
like,
on Maury Povich, and it's
he's
like
on roller
it's told it's
skates.
a lie.
He's getting his fucking ass kicked.
Everybody warned us about Collins before we signed him, that after his injury, he was just not the same.
But Kappas ain't protecting him either.
Now, the other two, actually, the inside, the guards, they had good ratings. The inside 3 did all right. It was the outside 2. And it was mostly Minka, or not Minka, what's his fucking name? No, Mika Parsons.
Oh, Mika Parsons.
That guy
it's hard to stop him.
He's amazing, dude.
Yeah, hard to stop him.
But here's the thing. If
But
you're
give me an
playing,
excuse
if you're
against the
playing
Steelers.
him, the first thing you should do when you get to the line is go, where's Parsons at, guys? Let's find the best player on the field and make sure he's fucking blocked. Because there was multiple plays where no one even touched him. Not like he did a cool move and got past him or he powered through him. No one even tried. They didn't even get near him. There was one where Collins blocks inside, the guard goes to block outside, and they double team the same dude, and Parsons has a free sack. Burrow had 2 seconds. Not even that. It's fucking ridiculous. At some point, you have to wonder. Everybody was blowing this guy when he first came to Cincinnati. The offensive line coach, Frank Pollock.
Yeah.
He hasn't put an offensive line together in 3 years now. And
you're
no matter
talking
what.
4 new ones this year.
And I understand that, and it's 4
And the
new
protection
ones.
worse, in my opinion, than it
so
was
far,
last year.
On pace to be much worse.
And the first two games, when you got Micah Parsons, and then before that you had J.T. Watt, hard to stop. Okay, but how about a little game plan? You got two great guys on the end. How about a little game plan?
That's
to stop
another
them?
thing. The play calling's been awful. Maybe Zach Taylor shouldn't be calling plays. Maybe last year you made it that far because you're uber talented and Burrow was making magic and Chase was making magic, and no one really knew how to play him. That's another thing. This year the defenses have changed. They're doing like a soft cover, and now they're taking away that long pass, so they can't get that past the Chase. They can't get that past the Higgins. They have to go underneath, and Burrow's not adjusting. Mahomes did this last year. If you remember at the beginning of the year, Kansas City struggled a little bit. And it was the same thing. Defenses changed up on him, and all he had was the underneath routes. And it took him a while to adjust. Eventually, Mahomes adjusted. And then once you start nailing that, then it opens up the outside again. But until the Bengals can prove that they can win underneath, teams are going to keep on playing them like that.
But I was watching ESPN the other day, and they were talking about that soft cover defense that so many teams are going to. The only problem with it is that now you've got literally defensive ends dropping back to cover tight ends in coverage. And they're saying that these tight ends are just burning them left and right.
Well, no, it doesn't work if you play it right.
Right.
I mean, look at the Rams and the way they use Cooper Kupp. That's the way it needs to be done. Stuff like that. You can't. That is the answer to that coverage. And then it opens up everything on the outside. But sometimes it takes people a while to adjust. Like I said, it took Mahomes a while last year, and it's taken Burrow a while this year. He's looking for the home run. He's holding on to the ball too long. They should be looking at an underneath routes and just going off the mix. And, hey, maybe play Chris Evans since he's your best pass-catching running back.
But
Put him in.
Shove
See
P.
what
Ryan
happens
down your
there.
throat every day.
I don't mind P. Ryan. P. Ryan, I love the way he runs.
I think Evans is better.
I think Evans is a better receiver than either of them, and he's not being used. And if that's the only thing open is there's receiving routes and there's inside routes, or there's running back routes, then maybe we should put in our best pass-catching running back and see what happens.
Well, the play calling, I agree with you, was awful. They kept trying to send Mixon right up the gut. There was nothing there. All fucking day, there was nothing there.
Zach Taylor has some balls, dude.
He does.
Comes. Okay, this is the first team he's ever head coached, right?
Right.
He never called plays before this. And now he takes over a team, and not only is the head coach, but he demands to be the play caller also. He has an offensive coordinator, but the offensive coordinator doesn't call plays.
Right.
Zach Taylor does. Like the balls to think that, all right, I'm going to be a brand new coach. I've never done this before, and I'm better than everyone at calling plays too, and I'm going to keep with it. 3 years in, when you see the guy's not that great of a play caller, most of their big plays even last year weren't the play calling that did it. It was just Jamar and Burrow making magic.
Right. I mean, I think the problem is that right now he's got this swollen head because, hey, I went to the Super Bowl last year with this team. So I'm going to just call everything. But what was the total yardage we had? It was atrocious.
I don't even know.
We were blown away both games. And I'm sitting there thinking, it reminded me of, honestly, I hate to say it reminded me of Coleraine High School. Because Coleraine High School with that horrible fucking triple option offense that they've run for 30 years. There's like 6 plays in the playbook.
Yeah, that's the thing is Zach Taylor's super predictable.
Yeah, very predictable. Everyone knows what's coming. Yeah. Everybody knows what's coming. And these defenses can adjust, especially when you have somebody like Micah Parsons or fucking J.T. Watt.
And in the run game especially, too.
Good news is Jets don't have one of those.
Nah, they need to beat the Jets. If they can't beat the Jets, their season's probably fucked.
And how embarrassing is it? Seriously, how embarrassing is it that you're a fucking AFC champion last year, you went to the Super Bowl, and you're favored by to the Jets by 4.5 points.
Well,
that should be one of those 14, 15 pointers, those crazy spreads that you see.
I agree, and you know what? We have a buddy that agrees with that also. So let's go ahead and shift to our big buddy. Did I say big?
Yeah, big heart.
What the fuck?
Big heart.
Not even a big heart. The guy's kind of a cunt. God damn, I hate you. This guy. I wish I could talk to you right now. Anyways. Here's our buddy.
Nick Marchetti here, world's best craps dealer and fluffer to the stars. Week 2 was more insane than getting raw dog double-teamed by Charlie Sheen and Magic Johnson. The Browns are winless since putting that fruity elf in the middle of the field after letting Joe fucking Flacco score 14 points in less than a minute and a half. No one has gotten that lucky since Casey Anthony had to stop buying school clothes. Meanwhile, the ugliest man in the NFL, Lamar Jackson, led the Ravens to a 21-point lead near the end of the third quarter, only to have Tui Tuscaloosa, or whatever the fuck his name is, throw for 6 touchdowns to help his team stay undefeated. The Dolphins' luck is over, though, because they play the Bills this week, and apparently they're just going to bludgeon the fuck out of everyone they play this year. Who fucking knows? Josh Allen, he's a fucking maniac. Okay, let's get to the picks. Last week sucked more dick than Mike Pence at his conversion therapy. I went 1-2 because the Bengals and the Raiders can't get their shit together. Fuck you, Zach Taylor and Derek Carr, and stop putting makeup on, you fucking weirdo. This week we're gonna fucking nail it though, okay? Right? Take Buffalo -5.5 against the Dolphins. I don't care how autistic Mike McDaniels is. He ain't beating the fucking Bills. Not this year. Take it easy. Next, take Cincinnati on the road -5 against the Jets. New York is going down like your daughter did after prom. Joey Burrow is going to reach down deep and utilize that psycho gene and will his team to a blowout victory on the road. Now let's nail this money line parlay. Take the Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, and Chargers to win straight up. Now that's a lot of pressure on the Bengals and Bills to win me some goddamn money this week. But you know what's going to happen. If you don't fucking do it, I'm going to show up at each and every single one of your houses and finger fuck your mothers. Right! That's it. I have balls to lick. Remember, the Power Pressure Field Bet's to buy your lube wholesale at Costco. It just saves money, you know? 5-2. I'm through. Marchetti out.
Very nice.
There's
Because
our-
his
there's
picks
our buddy.
weren't good last week.
And he was 1-2. You know?
Hey, one thing I will say about his picks, and I was going to ask you this.
I had to go back and listen, though. I think he might have been 2-1 in his picks. Because if I remember right, he took Kansas City -2.5 because that line was real early when he made his picks. And that line moved to 3.5 or 4 or whatever it ended up being, and they didn't
they
cover.
ended up cover.
But if he took 2.5, and I'd have to go back and listen to it, I don't remember. But for some reason, that's the number that popped up in my head.
He also made a mistake there. He said the Browns go 0-2. Browns aren't 0-2. Browns are 1-1.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I mean,
He said
did
that,
he say
yeah.
that?
But here's my question.
Well, he's all hyped up. He fucking
And
knows what he's.
it's way too early to say this, but after watching the first 2 weeks, do the Bills lose this
I
year?
don't know, dude. They're really good.
Do they? I mean, my God,
really
they're
good.
so well-rounded. Their defense is fucking killing people. Josh Allen's a fucking maniac. Stephon Diggs can't be stopped.
No.
Do they lose?
No, they're pretty ridiculously good.
Ridiculously
I mean, they're going to
good.
lose somehow.
Are
One
they?
game, maybe.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, there's always teams like this. They always lose once or twice.
I don't know, man. I'm sure you're right. They'll probably go 14-3.
And, you know, let's see
But-
if there's any injuries and shit like that.
But my God, they look unstoppable.
well,
to me.
they got the number one defense and a top 5 offense.
I know.
And
I know.
I feel like their offense would be number one if it had to be. But when you got the number one defense, you don't have to have the number one offense.
Stephon Diggs is leaving people he's breaking ankles everywhere. I mean, you can't, he's wide open with these touchdowns. You can't fucking cover him.
No. And when did he become so good?
About 3 years ago, I think.
I mean,
2?
he's been good for a while, but I just feel like now he's top 2, top 3 guy in the league right now.
Well, because before he was the number 2 guy on every team he played with.
Well, and
now,
Josh Allen has just become a lot more accurate than he ever was. I mean,
Yeah.
he's getting better and better every
is.
single year.
And the thing I love about Josh Allen is if nobody's open, man, Josh Allen don't slide. He's going to fucking run right
He's
into
gigantic
you. He's
human.
gigantic. And that's what I'm saying. He's not scared to fucking take a hit.
No, he shouldn't
He's
be.
going to get that fucking first down regardless of whatever it takes.
He's literally the biggest guy on the field a lot of times outside
Yeah.
of fat linemen.
Or that one punter.
Which punter?
That punter that got in the league. Some teams got a punter that weighs like 260 pounds.
Ah, fat punter.
Yeah,
I'm a
fat
new
punter.
fan. Yeah, I got to find out who this fat punter is. Anyways, let's introduce our guest for the week. Yes, we got a fucking guest. Mind your business, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right.
Our guest is a gentle giant, if you will.
A gentle giant straight out of fucking Hamilton County's jail system. This fucking loser, Reggie.
Hi, Reg.
Hi, why the fuck you introduced me like that? That was creepy as fuck. I just got a
What do
little
you
bit
mean? Reggie. Oh, that's the part you didn't like?
That was a little
Not
creepy.
not the
the jail
jail,
system.
not any of that shit.
Jail wasn't scary. Jail wasn't scary. It wasn't-
When
Jason's
Jason
voice-
runs like that, he can get scary. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Sorry,
Intimidating.
guys.
He used to be in a punk band.
Oh my gosh, I would have came to that concert probably butt naked with some peanut butter on.
Well,
Ooh,
welcome.
you would have had fun.
I would've
Yeah,
had
if you
fun.
would have showed up butt naked with some peanut butter on, you would have had some fun. I guarantee it.
It's nice to have you. We've been wanting to have you for a while.
Yeah.
And you're finally here. Got a little bit more free time these days, so we managed to sneak you onto
Free time when he
free
chooses
time.
to be free
Free
during that free time.
Yeah. So Reggie is our guest today. If you have any idea of being a guest and you want to be a guest later, write us in. We'll let you on.
Yeah, you can be on the show. I don't give a fuck how boring you are.
You don't
Look at
even have
Reggie.
to
He's
have a
boring as
record.
shit. We have him in.
You don't even have to have a record.
Yeah. Well, we prefer a record though.
We do. We
Yeah.
do.
So speaking of which, let's get right to the peanut butter story. Nothing to do with peanut butter, but you mentioned peanut butter earlier
peanut
and being
butter?
naked, so now I'm just thinking about peanut butter because I love peanut butter. You were arrested recently. You
I
were
was.
viciously put in the slammer. Was it by the white man, by the way?
It was a white man and a black lady, so it was kind of.
Did you give her the look? Like,
gave
hey,
her-
you're doing this to our people?
She gave me the look.
She gave you the look?
Look like, yeah, I was sitting downstairs. She gave me the look like, brother, what are you doing? I'm like,
Oh, she gave
Kind of
you-
like one of those looks like you just put our people back 100 years with
yeah,
this arrest.
big black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, big black guy going to jail. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I can imagine. But you probably didn't get fucked with when you
No,
got
I
booked,
feel
right?
like you are actually.
People, the persona of jail is like people think they're gonna get fucked with. They're not. Only time you want a problem is if you create a problem.
How many dudes in the cell with you?
2.
Dudes, you and 2 others.
It was before. So here I went. You get booked in. You go sit down on a chair for an hour before you can make even any
you in
phone call.
handcuffs?
Yeah, you're not in handcuffs in Hamilton County. You're free to walk. You're free to like roam around.
Oh, okay.
For the first part.
Why didn't you run? I would have ran
Fuck
for
it.
it.
Them doors are
because
like
they would have added a year to the 2-day sentence.
and plus the
Take
doors, once you get in, they lock them immediately, like they like automatically, and
Yeah.
that's what you hear. But once you first walk in there, they book you. You go sit down, then they call you up to like get all your information, take your phone, your jewelry, anything you got on. They took my watch, my phone. You can't write down any numbers, so you better remember numbers when you walk in there. So
you can't look at your phone.
You can't look at your phone at all. Your text message, nothing. You can't look at nothing. So basically, you're going in there and just like you're fucked. As long if
So
you
when
know
you make your phone call, you better have a
you better have a
memorized
number.
I get it.
And you're on a time call, so they hear everything you say. They can choose to tap in on your call anytime. So I'm sitting there crying like a little bitch, and sitting there, they're probably listening, sitting there crying and slobbering, and I was I was slobbering like a girl.
I like
dude.
that you admit that you were crying.
I was crying. I tell anybody I was crying because that's the
Dude,
first
you just
time.
fucking getting arrested. I've never been arrested before. I'd probably fucking just lose it myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been
See,
arrested.
let me tell you something. You crying is a privilege. I couldn't cry. They see your big
He
ass.
didn't cry in the cell with the
I
other
didn't cry in the
cons.
cell.
In the front.
I cried in
When
the front.
Only cops.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You
Yeah.
No, he ain't
cried
gonna
like
cry in
on
the
the
cell.
phone, like
Yeah.
because there's still inmates walking around cleaning shit, so they see you crying.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
they're
what I
not
mean.
they're not in your area.
Yeah.
So I got in there and made my phone call. My dad, and dad.
But you weren't crying because you were scared.
sure,
You
I
were
was crying
crying
'cause
because
I was
God, I
pissed.
fucked. I'm mad. I got
pissed.
arrested. I'm in jail.
Yeah. So I'm crying. I'm sitting there crying. My dad said, "Stop sounding like you got fucked." I'm like, well,
I'd be
thanks.
crying if I got fucked.
Yeah, I'd be crying. I said, it's like that. It's just, I've never been here before. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Then I just manned up and you just go in there. You go in there, you sitting there for about an hour. Then they pull you to the back and take your mug shot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everybody seen my mug shot. So
We
like,
love his mugshot, guys. It's on the screen right now. I mean, you guys can't see it right now, but I'm going to edit, post edit. There's going to be a picture of him in his mugshot because you look so great in that mugshot. You just look scared to death. You're wearing the work uniform.
like naked and afraid. Like I was just sitting there like almost like she violates to take off your shirt. I'm like,
You know what though? Even because I don't know if you're the fighting type or not. My guess is no. You're a pretty fucking quiet, mellow dude. But if I'm in jail and you walked in as my cellmate, I'm thinking right off, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy.
no.
You're huge.
but think about Green Mile. Think about that. Hey,
I wouldn't have
ball.
fucked with Michael Clark Duncan either.
I got a fucking pet rat. Hey,
Yeah,
balls.
but here's the thing: is you're not retarded like the Green Mile guy was.
Green Mile
Think
guy
I
wasn't
might-
retarded,
wait,
he was gifted.
retarded. He was gifted. The other motherfucker in the longest yard was retarded. Now that motherfucker,
Bob Sapp.
Bob said, "Would you like to teach me to play football?" That's how
Bob
he
Sapp's
sounds.
the man, though.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I know they say they try everybody in jail. I know you were only in county jail. You weren't in fucking Lebanon prison or anything. But if I'm sitting there minding my own business, I'm trying to be a badass to keep up the persona. I'm not fucking with you. I'm just not willing to take that chance.
But think there's no really when any part of jail is like you just don't you mind your business. You don't if you mind your business, nobody fucks with you because they don't want to. The term is that when you go there, you don't want a longer sentence, so you're not fucking with nobody. Say
Right.
you get out, I could have got out. Say I started a fight, and I started fighting people in there. I get a longer sentence, even if I try to break up the fight, even if I wasn't part of it. They still tack it on because you're associated with that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I get
so
it.
that's why I kind of just sat on the fucking floor.
But I mean, some of those guys, the fucking murderers and shit that are in there for 20 years, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
But I'm still not fucking with you. Because if I'm sitting there thinking, hey, I got to be a badass in here, I'm going to fucking check this guy, and then you end up getting the shit kicked out of you, well, you've just got yourself knocked down a couple of pegs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
You're a gigantic man. You're what, 6'4", 6'3", 6'5", and you weigh well over 300 pounds.
350.
You're a huge dude. And I'm not going to ask myself, I wonder if that guy can fight. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Just
This
not gonna
guy's a
try.
monster. and he's-
Anybody, like you look at him like you read the room, and in jail you got to read the room because you know who everybody talks about their charges and stuff like that, so you know who not to fuck with, who to fuck with, But people looked at me and was like, oh shit, I'm not fucking with that guy because he might be psycho, he might be really fucking crazy
and gigantic.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he is crazy, and hypothetically he does have that retard strength, even if something's wrong with him, he's going to kill me. Now, were you in there with white guys, black guys?
Everybody, every white guy, black guy don't matter. Dominican, Mexican.
I mean, who are the two guys in your cell with you?
Well, no, there's two guys to sell, just me and another guy.
Oh, you.
But
and one
we're
more.
like literally me and you. The beds are like to me and you, T's. Like I literally could hear. I could literally like turn around and be laying on this guy.
You're like sleeping in a tent with them, basically.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
a little ass thing right
And
next to each
then,
other.
but then you go to general population at fucking 5:30 in the morning because they wake you up at 5:30 to go to court. This is Saturday, so you go to court on Saturday, and you're waking up at 5:30 in the morning. So trust me, I got out once I got there about 12. All this stuff happened at 12. They put you in a cell, and then you try to go to sleep if you can get any sleep because I'm already pissed off, so I couldn't sleep. So I had to stay up till 5:30, get up.
I doubt many people sleep on their first night unless they come in wasted. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
unless
That's
you
about the
come
only
in
way you
wasted,
can
you're
sleep in your
you're
first
not
night of jail
you're
ever.
not comfortable because you get a paper
Or
thin mat.
unless you've been there 100 times.
I'm saying your first night ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't sleeping.
You get a paper thin mat, like you get a paper thin mat and a thin ass piece of cover, and they say deal with it, and you're just in there, in a hot ass cell, like it's hot.
Did you take a shit in the cell?
No, I didn't want to
Because I always wonder what it'd be like to shit with another guy just sitting there reading a magazine.
That'd be weird.
wait till the second.
Every time I'd feel rude.
Yeah. Wait till, but you pissing there with the guy. I mean, pissing, but there's iron seats.
I'll
like,
pee right now,
literally.
right here in front of you. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't care about peeing, but pooping's different.
Yeah,
you know?
peeing you don't care, but like it's an iron, seat
With a little sink over the top, right?
with a sink over the top. So you're like you're pissing, like just in case if somebody has a small whacker, like they're pissing in the fucking water and not pissing down on the fucking the toilet. But everything in there is you can't lift anything, can't do anything.
You know what I would do
The
first
lights
thing?
are controlled.
Let's say I went in there and my cellmate was just a fucking beast monster, I would make sure that I would probably. Oh, I'd make sure that I didn't pee on the seat because big huge guy sits down and gets your piss on his ass. You're probably getting your ass kicked. Is what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. And if I pee on the seat, I'm cleaning it up.
Yeah, and if you sit down to pee, you're labeled a bitch, and he's gonna fuck you. So.
Well, that's an issue. I get mad at my son when he sits down and pees every once in a while.
I tell my
look
son-
over like, hey, you stand up like a man.
The only time I ever tell my son he's got to sit when he pees is if he's got that little morning boner, because you can't. If you stand when you pee, it's going everywhere. We all know
Wait,
this.
you can push that money burning.
Yeah, dude, I've never had a problem with
I
this.
never had morning
Well,
burning. is a little
some are
hard.
longer than others. So how long were you in jail totally, from the time they booked you to the time you got
Time to
out?
book me, time I was in there for about 10 hours.
10 hours.
10 hours. 10 hours felt like fucking 24.
Oh, can you imagine? I actually had a friend commit suicide because.
Jeez, way to bring the show down, asshole.
No, I mean honestly, because
He
he was a mellow guy like you. He got put in jail for about 8 hours for doing something, and then he found out after the court was over that he was getting 120 days. And the thought to him going to jail for 120 days, he actually took his own life because I did 10 hours. He said I felt like a fucking animal in that cage.
Yeah, you did. You feel like an animal. You feel like you're following other people because when everybody was eating, everybody ran up to eat. I didn't go eat. I'm not eating that shit because there's trays literally stacked on your food.
Wait a minute, you're too fucking snobby for prison food?
He said the bottom of the other tray is sitting on your food.
So what?
And plus, if you never came from that lifestyle, dude, you'd like to say, I'm going to fucking, I'd rather eat. Shut up! Oh, sorry. Ooh, whoopsies.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Yeah, well, I'd rather eat food at.
We should edit it out. The restaurant sucks. Anyways, go on.
I mean, I just like, it's just like food stacked on food and everybody's eating it. The guy's eating 3 or 4 trays of it. I'm like, dude, just imagine a flat piece of fucking bread, like the last piece of bread in the butt of the bread.
The heel is what we call
The
it.
heel, I'd eat it though.
I mean, yeah.
The meal's a meal, whatever. I mean,
But
you
it's
knew
like-
you were probably getting out soon, but if you know you're stuck in there, eat the fucking heel, dude.
I mean, there's a guy who eats people's DoorDash. You know what I mean?
But
I do not.
You had a
You
nacho
do.
the other day.
Yeah.
You ate
You
someone's
did.
nacho. You had one nacho.
I did have a nacho the other day.
Asshole. I was waiting for those nachos.
And you know what
too.
the worst part is?
The nachos weren't
You know
good.
he took the very best nacho. Like there's always
No,
one best nacho.
There wasn't a good nacho.
There's
Those
always
nachos
one
sucked.
good nacho in there.
There's always one. You look for it when the nachos come. You're like, ooh, that one's got meat, cheese, sour cream. It's got everything on it. I'm going for that one.
Yeah,
That's the nacho
every
you ate.
single time.
I took a Kane out the DoorDash this week, Sunday, and we forgot to give someone their Dr. Pepper. And I noticed maybe like 3 orders later, I looked down like, shit, there's a doc. He was so fucking excited. Like, we got away with the biggest snipe ever. You know what I mean? He's like, we get to keep it? Can I have it? He's the whole time, he's like, this is the best day ever. I got a Dr. Pepper for free.
Was he a bigger guy?
Who?
Was the guy a bigger guy? Was he happy?
What guy?
The guy that was happy about the Dr. Pepper?
That was his
My
son.
son.
Oh, I thought you was talking.
No.
Oh, sorry. We got to make it Pacific. Say
That was
your
his
son.
little, that was his little
No, my
7-year-old son.
Yeah, we're doing a thing every Sunday where we go out and DoorDash together. I pay him $5 an hour to take the food to people's doorsteps and shit. We go into the restaurants
Wait.
together and get the food.
Wait, hold on. You pay your son $5 an hour?
Yeah.
I would pay him. That's fucking free.
My
work.
first job was $3.35 an hour.
Well, you were.
He's
Well,
seven.
you got paid in the fucking gold coins.
You know how
though, man.
pumped he was?
Fuck
He did
off.
3 hours and he came home and bought a 5 Nights of Freddy plush. You know, he plans
yeah.
on getting a new plush every Sunday. He's pumped.
Oh.
He didn't do anything.
Fuck
he
yeah, he's
walked to
pumped.
6 doorsteps. You know what I mean?
What if
He
that,
sat
like,
in a car.
wait,
My
wait.
gas.
Hold on
Wait.
a sec, though. You got to take a picture when you leave the food.
I know. I take a picture with him in it.
Do you really?
I figured it might help a tip or two. I can't, you know.
But wait, what if it's like that one? You send your son to the doorstep. You know, it's all nice day. Then that one creeper like Herb the Perv comes out.
To be fair, I'm usually going with him. I don't
Okay.
just send him up to
Here's
door.
what you need to do.
I walk with him.
All
He
right.
just puts the food on
Okay,
himself.
Okay,
I
now,
take the picture.
I don't know if you've ever met his son, Kane.
Yeah,
His son, Kane, is a very skinny little guy. He's a small guy. What I would do,
But he's fast.
but here's what I would do just to fuck with people. And I'm a guy who looks for the angles. Send Kane up there with like 2 different shoes on. He's skinny. He doesn't even have matching shoes. Your tips are going to increase up to here.
Make him look real poor.
He's a 7-year-old who has to work in different shoes.
wait,
And he's
but the
real
shirt-
skinny.
But the shirt has to be a little dirty. It doesn't have to be like. It just has to be like a dirty shirt. Maybe a little rip right
I mean,
there.
just
too.
make him
Little
look
bit.
really
Real.
poor.
But
Yeah.
the thing is if they come out and talk to him, he's going to ruin everything because he says the stupidest shit. The other day, I'm walking to the bathroom or walking from the bathroom to my bedroom. I have a towel around me. There's no one can see anything. All of a sudden, I hear him downstairs yell, "Ew! I just seen Dad's big hairy dick." Dude, you're 7. And then he just goes on and on about how hairy and disgusting it was.
You know, if he were my son, you know what he would have said? I just saw Dad's freshly Brazilian dick.
I don't think he'd know what that meant. And then the other day, I'm putting deodorant on. I have my shirt up, and he's like, "Dad, you are so fat and disgusting."
No, he didn't.
He did. I'm like, man,
See, that's unconditional love right
I
there.
like
that
that. He's
is.
like, that's fucking rude, bud.
Wait, he's looking out for your health though. Look, they say, hey, he's looking out for you though.
Dad, your sugars are going to take your life.
Maybe if he said that, I wouldn't feel as bad, but just fat and disgusting. No one wants to hear that.
And the funny
Even when
thing
you're
about
fat and
it is-
disgusting and you know you're fat and disgusting, you still don't want to hear someone else confirm
Right.
And
it.
I think the
Your own
funniest,
kid as
funniest
well.
part of that is Kane has a very soft, high-pitched voice. So only to hear him say something like that, I think I would laugh for a month.
Wait,
That's
I
the
feel
thing
like
is every time it makes me laugh so fucking hard.
I just
can't.
saw
I
Dad's
feel
dick.
like I feel like every mixed kid has that like loud screechy voice. 'Cause my son does. He starts screeching. I'm like, dude, why the fuck are you screeching like a little girl?
Yeah, it's
Like,
bothersome.
It bothers the shit out of me.
I think Kane, when he hits puberty, I'm thinking 6'2", 6'3". I think he's going to be tall.
Well,
I think he's going to be tall, and I
Oh,
think
man,
he's
he's gonna-
probably going to have a hammer. Somewhere down your family line, there was a hammer. You
it was
might not
probably
have
down
one.
her family
It
line.
could have been. But I think he's going to have a hammer, and I think, because he's got real fair skin, he's going to be a good-looking
Real nice
kid, he's
hair.
going to be tall, he's going to be thin, he's going to have a hammer. I think his dance card's going to be full when he's older.
Yeah, or he could be gay.
No, he's not going to be gay.
I'm not sure.
Not Kane.
I'm not sure.
You know what? I mean, if he
His
is, who
favorite
cares?
color is who cares? But his favorite color is rainbow. Still,
right? Colors don't have feelings, son of a bitch.
he told the martial arts instructor the other day. They're like, "What belt you want to be?" He's like, "I want to be a rainbow belt."
Well, he's
think he
7
has
years
that.
old.
Still 7
man.
years old.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's get to. We got to get to these questions, man. You got a hard out today. Oh man, we got a song for this, and I don't know it.
Hard.
I never made a thing for it.
So the bottom line is, kids, Don't go to jail.
Don't go to jail.
Yeah.
I did go for a second time though. Second time was a lot nicer. My mugshot is a lot nicer.
Why'd you go
Were you
a
smiling in the
second
second time?
Yeah, I was smiling. I looked pretty. I had a haircut. Man, I was fresh. I was fresh, and
time? That haircut.
and guess how I got pulled over. No, I didn't get pulled over. I literally come from a movie watching Elvis, and then the cops come up to the window, Mr. Garrett. You know, I'm about to cry. I'm like, I can't cry this time. No, you're not crying because you're going to Claremont County, which is a little softer than Hamilton.
Oh, you
County.
got nothing but white trash in Claremont County.
But yeah, I was but this time I was in like a
What you
holding
doing
cell.
in here, boy?
No, it was pretty cool. I was cool with everybody. You know, they actually let me get my phone and write down all the numbers I needed, which was real nice.
You know the thing about Claremont County? I think when I first moved here, it was really white trashy, and it's just not like that anymore. At least as far as like Batavia. Once you get past Batavia, it gets real hickish. But Eastgate's a pretty progressive area now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's still white trashy. I mean, there's still plenty of trash to be found.
What about
in
the
that
other
area.
side of the freeway, like Newtown?
Yeah, same thing. Cincinnati in general. It's just a trashy city.
I agree with that.
I mean, I love it, but
I thought I would love it here, but I'm just like, Cincinnati. People say you go downtown. Should I stay away from downtown because there are shootings and all this good stuff? Somebody might lick me at night. I don't know. It's just feel fucking
someone
weird.
might lick me.
You know, the only thing that I think about Cincinnati, and this is just me, I think, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong. It just could be my perception, but Cincinnati, when I first moved here, I was like, fuck. I was told I was moving from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, moving into one of the most conservative cities in America. Well, the mayor was a lesbian. There's nothing conservative about that whatsoever. I didn't care. I don't give a fuck. The thing about Cincinnati, I like the homey feel because, you know, it's neighborhoods that have been here forever, blah, blah, blah. Every kind of people, every race, very culturally diverse. And I don't think that the Cincinnati racism is as in your face as other places.
It's not. It's more like from a guy yelling the N-word from across the street, and you're just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, you go to some of these down south cities like that, and you know, you literally walk into a grocery store and everybody stares at you like the old days. Black guy, what's a black guy doing here? I don't think Cincinnati's like that. But the thing I hate about Cincinnati is that there's buildings that have been falling apart since I moved here that they've never done a fucking thing to fix. They don't.
They're too busy fixing the highway. That highway's been fucked up for 8 years since I've been here. Even longer.
20 since I've been here. The orange barrels are on 75 every fucking day.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
I about hit a barrel one day. I'm like, God, let him just flying down, just
I think
enjoy
we're
my
just
little.
gonna have to skip the song because I can't fucking find it. I don't know where they are.
Well, we'll find it during the edit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I could always find it then.
It's time for.
oh no, wait a minute.
Wait, you got it?
Kinda.
7
You're there.
7 shitty questions. 7 shitty questions. 7 shitty questions.
I like the laugh in the background. That's very Les Claypool-ish. That's funny. All right, 7 shitty questions with our buddy Reggie here. This is where we come up with 7 shitty questions and ask them. So number 1 question that everyone wants to know, and by everyone I mean Chris. Have you ever had your asshole licked?
Yes, I have.
Now I'm going to lay back and listen.
You're going to lay back and you're going to hear the fists are going to fly here.
All right, this is a hotly contested issue with our my co-host here, Chris. He is really offended to anyone that doesn't like getting their asshole licked. And we've heard you've recently got your asshole licked and you weren't a fan. So carry us on.
I'm sorry, Chris, but it was.
Sorry. I let you down, Pops.
It's just, you know, I call myself Chris Tees Jr. because, you know, I'm a recently single man. And,
I love that about you.
The Black Chris Tees.
Black Chris Tees, you know, I'm as weird as any. And I'm a freak.
I'm not weird. I'm
But
open.
You're open, but it's your type of weird, and I love it. I love it. That's one thing I love about you. We can be weird around each other, and you don't judge me for who I am.
Not at all.
Oh, why would he?
I don't judge
But
anybody.
when I had my asshole licked, it wasn't unicorns and fucking. It wasn't a symphony coming out the fucking closet. It was more like a mariachi band coming out and just.
See, now here's the problem. Here's the problem that I
Did
have
it
with it.
scare you?
Here's the
Yes.
problem that I have with it.
It was like his birthday at
The
Chi-Chi's.
amateur butt licky. If it was an amateur butt licky, he would say, "Oh, they just didn't do it right." I'm going to disagree 100%. There is no wrong way to lick a butt. Okay, there isn't a wrong way. If the tongue is in contact with anywhere in the crack area, you should be hearing mandolins. You should be seeing fucking rainbows and pots of gold.
Harps.
And you didn't. So I'm starting to think, here's what I think. that you were a little nervous going in. The nervousness should have stopped when the tongue touched the cornhole. It should have immediately stopped, but it didn't. And you're my guy. You're one of my favorite people, and I love you. But I got to disagree with you here, man. I think you're a little misguided, son.
I am.
Did she not lick the right parts? I mean,
There's no wrong part.
There's no wrong part of the asshole, but it's just that it felt like a sloppy, wet mop just went in your asshole.
That's what it's supposed to feel like.
But I just like I said, you said the unicorns and harps and all.
Oh, yeah.
Of shit. But when the fucking mariachi bands comes out, fucking starts playing, you're just looking like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. But then I want the fucking violinist to fucking roll in on the.
See, that's what I get.
I want her to roll in and fucking play a harp.
When
with
my friend eats my butt, I've had it eaten by several friends, but when she eats my butt, she looks like Lardass from Stand By Me. She looks like she's in a pie eating contest. She gets in there and she does all of this, and I'm telling you, I get sent to a happy place. I don't even know where I am at the time. I just see things. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful.
Hey, first off, did you catch his 1987 movie reference?
Yes.
Well, there was never another movie with a pie eating contest in it where the kid stuck his face in and did that.
That's just a weird one to reference.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's just like
are you going to try it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, have you seen Matilda where the fucking
What position were you in?
I was lifting up my legs because I'm a big guy. These legs
That's the
are
best
fucking
one.
heavy.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
But then she asked me to get on all fours, and I'm like,
Didn't she tell you looked gay?
Yeah, I look
See,
gay.
that's what killed it for you.
Yeah, that's what killed me. Then I just ever since then it's just like, yeah.
You say, I look gay, you're the one eating my ass.
Whose idea was this?
It was her idea.
She's like, I just want to eat some
It
ass.
was a message. I said,
Well, then she has no right to call you gay. You can't request something and then call someone gay for doing it.
And what are the chances, because we're friends, that maybe I get that number?
Yeah.
zero chance.
White chick, black chick?
White. You know,
Of course.
only there's no chocolate over here, baby.
I know, it's funny. And that leads me to my next question. You seem to prefer white women, but would you rather hang out with black or white dudes?
Both. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
You don't have a preference? You have a preference for women?
Well, that's just what he's attracted to physically.
Physically.
Well,
but-
our buddy Keyshawn's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
It's almost all white chicks, but he prefers to hang out with black dudes.
I can hang out.
You know
with
what I mean? He
either
can
or.
hang
I'm
out.
not-
He can hang
hang
out with white people,
anybody.
but he prefers black dudes.
Well, he might prefer it, but, anytime there's a party going on with guys like us that hang out with him sometimes,
Yeah.
buddies with him, he don't give a fuck who's
He
in the
don't
room.
give a-
Keyshawn don't
as
give a
long as-
shit.
As long as he gets a drink in his hand and fucked up, he's fine.
Right. And as long
Oh,
as
yeah, we
there's-
know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fucked up. He's fine.
No, he's just an alcoholic. We're good.
When's the last time you had sex with a black woman?
2009.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
First
Has
But
it
you know,
been-
that's
has it been longer than that for you?
Since a black woman?
Yeah, 2009.
No, it hasn't been longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had sex with a black woman. My last time I had sex with a black woman was 2019, right before COVID.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
little black COVID tail. Yeah.
Little jungle fever.
You see,
Give
the
me that Omicron.
difference between you and me, I haven't slept with a lot of black women. First of all, because I don't think a lot
That
of
might not be the difference between you and him.
Well, no, I
sounds
think-
like he hasn't either.
I think a lot of black women aren't attracted to white men,
True.
and I don't generally run in the circles where I have a lot of black women around me. But the difference between you and me is I'm attracted to all women. I don't give a fuck what your nationality is. The only thing I can't do is a hard accent of like, I love Asian women, but they've got to speak perfect English.
Well, I don't know about Reggie, but let me talk some more shit about our buddy Keyshawn. And I'm not talking shit because I love the dude. And I've always said this works out well in his favor, is he's into all girls. I don't think there's a type of girl that he's not into. But white women are easy targets for someone like him. You go to a bar, you got these girls from the suburb that just want that experience. You know what I mean? And it sounds
they
bad,
want the
but if you
BBC,
take
yeah.
advantage of it, it could work out well for you.
Well, and that's a very common thing. And because if you look, like all these weirdo fucking hookup sites that I look at for stuff to talk about,
Yeah.
so many women, strictly BBC. I only want black men. I only want black men.
Because it's a fetish for a lot of women.
Well, they're either buying into the stereotype that black men have bigger dicks,
Yeah.
or
Stereotype.
I think it is a stereotype. I've known several black men that had tiny dicks.
Yeah, but
just
you're,
gotta know
you're
how
talking
to-
about a stereotype. You're talking about an average.
You gotta know how to. From my experience, you just gotta know how to use your dick. I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta know how to use
My
it.
man.
Like, it's like you can't fucking just pull out a fucking sword in a sword fight, not know how to use the fucking sword. You just
That's-
swinging that motherfucker
How can you argue with that
around.
analogy? And you're right.
How could you argue with that?
You
analogy?
can't. Like I said, so it's been 2009 since you slept with a black woman.
Yeah.
Are white women just physically more appealing to you? Or is just what you like? That's just
what I like, but most like I told y'all before, I like Latinos.
Suck dick quicker.
That's my go-to preference. That was always my go-to preference.
Latinos, but there's not a big.
but not a big group here.
Hey, move to Arizona. You're in hog heaven.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, if I like I said, if
our
I go,
other buddy Reggie. who
yeah,
lives
if I
down
go to Arizona, he said I'm getting fucking
there. Or PJ.
TJ.
All right,
PJ went with his girl though.
Yeah.
So we're talking about slinging dick. So what would your porn name be?
Oh man.
Everyone's got a porn name.
Chris
I've
has a
got
porn
three.
name.
I've got
I
three.
got a porn name. The Loch Ness.
The Loch Ness.
The Loch Ness
The Loch
Monster.
Ness.
Yeah, release the monster.
Yeah.
Because once you see,
I like
once
that.
it goes in, it disappears.
I'm thinking for you.
Once it comes out, it disappears.
What's a good name for Reggie? For if you had the name Reggie, I'm thinking Moonlight Jenkins.
Fuck, like Jenkins, what the fuck? I'm gonna go out in the moon and fucking jerk one off. And
Who
be like,
knows, man?
turn
You're
into a
just it
fucking
makes you
superhero?
you're mysterious. You stay mysterious that way. The moonlight, that's a reference to black because they all have references to whatever their thing is. And then no, I'm Jenkins.
The most famous black porn star that I've ever known
Lexington
was
Steele.
Oh no! Before Lexington
Long Dong
Steele, there was
Silver?
Long Dong Silver.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a skinny black man with a hammer about yay big. How he came up with the name Long Dong Silver, I'll never know. But fucking God love him for it.
Yeah, I knew of the name Long Dong Silver way before I knew of the human. I mean, his name fucking rang out.
But it did come out later
Mm-hmm.
that Long Dong's dick was not as big as it was portrayed. They used different camera work and extensions and shit.
You can use silicone. It's just you put it around it because a lot of times you say the girls say it's fake because they said it's just for the
Long Dong Silver claimed that his dick was 11 inches. Okay, it's already been
inches.
in the Guinness Book of World Record. 11 and 12 and a quarter is the longest one in existence by that little fat white guy, Jonah Falcon. For those that want to Google it,
Yeah, I think it's got beat. I think we've looked at it recently, and there's bigger dicks now. But there's
Is
also
there?
some people that are doing stretching things, and it's
Well,
starting
in
to
Africa-
it's starting to become a little questionable.
there's a tribe in Africa where these men hang weights from their dick because they think the longer the dick, the more virility they have. But it's like a pencil.
Yeah,
Thing's so fucking skinny.
yeah, it looks like their necks.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
I'm
work.
trying to tear off walls here. Like I'm trying to
Not
get to
tear
the
off
walls.
walls.
I'm tearing down fucking walls.
So I'll tell you what. Let's ask the people if anybody can come up with a great porn name for Reggie. Help us out because I don't like the one you did. I don't like that one.
That's fine. You don't have to
No,
like
I don't
it.
like that one.
It just popped in my head. Go
See,
fuck
because
yourself.
when I think that last name, the first thing I think of is Roscoe Jenkins, and to me that's a racial thing.
I don't even know who that is, so
like a
probably
fucking
is. Maybe.
commercial.
All right. What song will they play at your funeral?
Highway to Hell.
What? Jeez.
But wait, I tell people all the time.
The
like,
remix?
I tell people all the time. You know those boring ass eulogies people give, but they're just sitting there, all spoofed up, and they find that fucking boring ass picture of you, and they just use it like they see you smiling. But no, it's gonna be all you guys in the room, and we're gonna be snorting cocaine off strippers' ass, and that's gonna be my final picture, and I just want to go out as a pervert because I'm already dead. Nobody's gonna.
I want to go out as a pervert.
I just want to go out the biggest pervert, and I just want secrets to just pop out of nowhere.
I feel like Mr. Miyagi now because I think there's so many things I can teach this man.
You can. You got a lot to offer.
When you can take the dildo from my hand, it'll be time for you to leave.
All right. How do you wipe your ass?
I don't wipe my ass.
Front to back or back to front?
Yeah.
What kind of shit?
Standing, sitting?
Sitting. I just, I
Jason here stands halfway.
you stand halfway.
Yeah, I'm not the only. I've had a lot of halfway standers come up to me and go, man, I really relate to you.
I put the leg up.
Shout out to Nick Schulte, standing up shitters.
I put the leg up,
wiper.
Then I go up there with my man wipes because I can't stand the toilet paper because toilet paper gets stuck.
Use
in
dude wipes?
Dude wipes, yeah, dude wipes.
Dude, just get the
Get
Kroger
the
brand.
Kroger and baby wipes. Same
Yeah,
thing.
same thing.
Wait, do y'all got advertisement here?
Huh? No.
We can't
You
advertise.
want to add?
We have no
you can,
sponsorship.
yeah. I mean, they're not going to
Dude
give you any
wipes.
money.
Dude wipes your ass perfectly. But anyway, I do like lift my leg up a little bit.
You have to get in there.
Well, you gotta wipe your penis off because you don't want no. Like
You don't have to wipe your penis off unless you're
Wait.
wiping back to front.
Well, no, I wipe my penis off because I don't want hair on my toilet seat. Because if a woman comes over and they
Not
see
a
her,
problem for this guy.
You see, and fucking fresh nuts over
Oh,
here.
waxy.
But yeah, I just get my dude wipes, put it back there, get a big piece chunk of that ass, and I wipe.
A big chunk
Hey.
of that ass.
In about 4 weeks' time, I'll be going for Brazilian number 2. Would you like to accompany me and get a Brazilian? There's nothing like it.
And by accompany me, she's coming over to his house. You want to go to Chris?
No, I'm going to her
You want to go to
house.
Chris's house?
I'm going to her house.
Okay, you want to go to some lady's house with
course.
Chris and get your butthole waxed?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Man, it's a date. All right, you fucking... How many 7-year-olds on meth could you beat up at once?
How many 7-year-olds on meth?
Yeah, they're on meth, man. So we're not talking about a normal 7-year-old.
So we're talking about crackhead strength here. Well, meth strength.
Yeah, meth strength.
Yeah, feel no pain. either.
Meth might be worse than crack. I'm not sure. It's like fake crack.
Shit, they're all zombies too.
I mean, could you do like a first grade class? I mean, could you walk in
30?
there with a whole class full of 30 kids tweaking on meth? Could you take them all?
Because you do figure one solid hit's going to take out a 7-year-old. But if 30 of them are all attacking you...
with pencils and pens and whatnot.
Exactly.
I mean, let's say you're on top of
So-
one getting ready to put his lights out, and 2 more come with a fucking pen and stick in your ear.
But how would fight them? I'll grab them 2 at a time and like start like bashing their heads.
Bashing
and
their
throwing
heads?
them. Start grabbing them 2 by, But
It's going to be harder than you think to grab those little fuckers.
But there might be that
They're all
one
fucked
fat
up on
kid.
meth. Just...
There might be that one fat kid in the back, the boss.
There is a 10-year-old down the street that is almost your fucking size. I've never seen a 10-year-old so goddamn big.
It's
a goddamn
stuff in
man.
the food. It's
There's
the
something
hormones in
going
the
on
food.
there. I'm serious, man. I wish you guys could both see this 10-year-old and just look at him and
my
go, well, how old is that
12-year-old.
kid? You'd be like, 17. And he looks like a fat 17-year-old.
No, my 12-year-old's like my 12-year-old is as tall as you, Jason.
That's the hormones in the food.
That
I'm
don't
telling
surprise me, but 12's past puberty. 10's usually not. I don't think this kid's hit puberty yet. He's
But
this
he
big,
was my kid was
Now-
that big at 10.
I know you're going to say it's just because you're old, but it is a fact. When I was in high school, when I played football,
Yeah.
I was a starting offensive lineman, and I weighed 187 pounds. In high school now, these kids are 325, 350. It's the shit in the foods that we're feeding these kids.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be bigger.
I don't think anyone's arguing that.
They're gonna be bigger. This
But
10-year-old kid.
here's the thing. We don't have to feed those to our kids.
I know.
We could spend the money and give our kids good food, but none of us do.
Because we want the fucking signing bonus of $10 million in the fucking NFL.
Well, not only that, but we want to spend $5 at McDonald's instead of $9 on produce. That's
I
going to go
watched-
bad in one day.
I watched a video the other
and your
day.
kid's going to hate you because all the other kids get good food, and you're sending him to school with carrots.
I watched
you know what I mean?
a video the other day. His kid was 12 years old. He was 5'9" or 5'10", doing 360 dunks like it was fucking nothing.
Someone told me the other day, I don't even know where I was at, that some 15-year-old's bench pressing 450 pounds, and he
Probably
only weighs
happened.
like 135 pounds.
That's not true.
Yeah, I know. It was at work somewhere that someone told
That's
me that.
not true.
And it was one of those stories where I'm like, you're full of shit. Why am I listening to you talk anymore? And I don't even remember who told me that. So maybe they're going to listen to me and think I'm an asshole for telling
That's a
everyone that,
fucking
but
lie.
Either way. All right, so did you put a number on these 7-year-olds? What's your guess?
I'd probably get to like 20 and tire out.
20?
Yeah, 20.
That's a fair number. What do you think you're taking out?
I'm probably with him. I could probably take on a stadium full if I could fucking survive it, but I'm going to get tired myself. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with because he's much younger than me. I'm going to go with Baker's dozen.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
thinking
take
around
about
the
13.
same number. I'm thinking about anywhere from 10 to 15 at best.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm getting to 20.
13.
I think those little motherfuckers are, like you said, nailing me with that pencil right in my
Plus,
Achilles.
you're going to have to catch them. They're going to run. They're going to be faster
and-
than me. I'm going to be tired.
And I'm fat. Like, it's not working out well for anyone.
No, I'm going Baker's dozen here.
All right. This is a weird one. If you were drowning, all right, and the only thing that you could grab to pull you out of dying, basically, was a dick with oozing sores all over it. Just the grossest, seeping, giant dick you've ever seen. But you got to grab that with 2 hands and pull yourself to safety. Would you die or you grabbing the oozy dick?
Fuck it, I'm grabbing the Uzi dick, man.
I am
All
too.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
Good for
totally
you.
grabbing the Uzi dick.
Yeah, because I had a theory that you would say no, because I feel like most black guys don't want to get anywhere near a dick.
But I'm fucking drowning.
None of us are trying to get more towards a dick, but it seems like black guys really would rather just die than touch a dick.
I'm sucking the Uzi dick. If I'm going to
Whoa,
die.
ah.
Wait, hold on a
I'm
second.
drowning there,
If
man.
you're going to die.
Well, he said grabbing. He didn't say nothing about sucking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd do anything to the Uzi dick if I'm not going to die.
As a Christian man,
Yes, because God wouldn't be mad at me for that.
no, but
I'm saving my life. He
but
doesn't want me to die.
But death in Christian world means going and seeing your mother again. You would rather suck a dick than see your mom?
death in the Christian world is when it's God's time for you to die. That's not time for me to die.
It is.
If it's God's time for me to die when there's no Uzi dick there for me to grab on.
Yes.
That's when it's God's time for me to die.
No, that's Satan tempting you.
No.
With an Uzi dick.
What it is God sending me a lifeline with that Uzi dick.
Yeah.
Here, Chris, it's not your turn to die. Grab that.
It's not my time to
God
call you
doesn't
home.
send Uzi dick lifelines, dude.
God
He sends
does.
angels and good things.
You've never heard the term God works in mysterious ways.
He's worked in mysterious ways. Sent us a dick.
Yeah.
And
it's something to grab on.
But
and
I'm
I'm
sure
You're
alive.
talking to two Christians here, buddy. You're not going to win this fight.
Two fucking Christians that try to rationalize their life through that view,
Okay,
too.
so wait, hold on.
That's God's lifeline.
Wait, hold on. If God sent me, If God sent me a
You
big ass woman
dorks.
with a fat ass, and he told me to ride this motherfucker home,
That's
I'm
different.
Riding that motherfucker
You
home.
just said a woman with a fat ass, of course.
I'm riding that motherfucker home.
You'd ride a woman with a fat ass home no matter what. If your life wasn't in
If I
danger.
was in a hot ass desert and God sent me a fucking woman to piss on my face to get me up, I'm fucking all right. That ain't my time.
Well, how about if God sent you a man to piss on your face? I'm
I
surviving.
gotta survive. I mean,
I'm surviving.
All right.
We're talking
whatever.
death here, dude.
I'm throwing you a curveball because I'm going to try to do this timing. Hey! Hey, it's emails. We haven't had an email since we became Shut Up Cincinnati again, but this is the first one. And I feel great that the first email that we get when we switched over to the new name is our old buddy who we haven't heard from in a while, Mr. Get Pussy 69. He is now known as Need for the Beeve at Yahoo or some shit like that.
Need beaver.
Need Beeve. No, not Beaver, just Beeve.
There's an E on the end of that beef.
Yeah, that's...
I think there's an R if you expand it.
No, there's not.
Oh, need beef.
All right, anyways. Shut Up Cincinnati. Well, it's been a long time in the works. I am still alive and well, and with the return of Shut Up Cincinnati, I figured it was about time I get back in the ring and start submitting emails again. And who better send the first one than the one and only number one fan myself, Get Pussy 69. I've still listened to every podcast you guys have done, minus that one really shitty one you guys did a long time about the fantasy football draft. We agree it was a shitty one. Don't listen. I don't give a fuck. I apologize for being so inactive, but you guys have been saying is completely true. Most, if not all, my emails are written late at night after drinking for extended hours, and I would giggle and crack myself up as I would type them. So we were right. Get Pussy 69 used to be a heavy alcoholic. The doctor came out and said, stop drinking or die. The pussy chose to fucking stop drinking instead of dying because he doesn't believe in God. And here we are. Now he doesn't write us. All right. I'm quickly approaching 18 months of sobriety, pussy. And I spend my evenings now watching mostly rugby, table tennis, and women's tennis into the wee hours of the night. Get Pussy 69 is a gambling addict, so this is why this motherfucker's staying up all night betting on rugby.
Rugby.
But with that being said, I refuse to surrender my number one fan status and let it fall into that tiny and unstable hands of the fairy boy, or anyone else for that matter. The fairy's emails are stale. His tennis pics that tells me about... Oh, wait a minute, let me read this again.
Please.
God damn.
Because I don't know what you're saying.
At all? The whole time?
I didn't know what rugby was.
Did I say rugby?
Rugby, yeah.
Well, you take over, fuckface.
All right, where are we at? Top?
Right, yeah.
The fairy's emails are stale. His tennis pics that he tells me about constantly that I never asked for are trash. And his love for darts is one of the weirdest and most disturbing things I've ever encountered in my life. It's time for him to get back in the back seat where he belongs and needs to stay. And if we ever want to do that tiebreaker where the loser has to get a Donald Trump style, you got to slow down now. My eyes aren't what they were.
See, you suck at this too.
You can understand the words.
Yeah.
I will be there. I saved some of the questions I have been piling up through my time being sober for the next email so that I can send in weeks to come. But I will hold on to them for now. I have a lot to ask and say about, and don't want to send a War and Peace style email. But I will say this. I am going to Vegas on Thursday to jump off the stratosphere, and I will not be getting anything waxed or going to any of my other male friends to Here, warning.
You can't
I can't
read.
I can't see.
Hey, don't you halfway though blame him? Look at the way it's written.
I can't see.
There's like one sentence
It's
and
too far away, dude. I need glasses.
He might have been fucking
You're
drinking.
old.
I need glasses.
Yeah, you should get some glasses or anything close to what Chris and Matt did. But I am finally glad, or I'm fine. But I am glad that after 3 months of waiting, the mission was finally accomplished. I can now sleep a little bit easier at night. And a note on those fat girls. Yes, they are better at giving blowjobs than the skinny girls. Also, I finally played my favorite guest of the show, or I finally played my favorite guest of the show. Was Jesus Christ, dude.
Nick Marchetti
I
in
blame
ping
him.
pong. He played Marchetti in ping pong.
Yeah, he played Marchetti in ping pong because he said he was good. I whipped him 4 straight games, and he stood no match for my immense skill level. And I also challenge anyone that listens to this podcast, especially the Fairy Boy, to a match for up to $500 to anyone that thinks they can beat me.
You're a fucking idiot, though, get pussy. You bet Frank Jacobs, a fucking world-class fucking athlete, huge man, that he couldn't eat a large pizza.
A large pizza? Frank
Yeah.
could probably eat 2 of them.
He gave him $100 if he could eat a large pizza in like 30 minutes. Frank devoured everything, including the box, probably. A large one-topping pizza, and he gave him $100 or $200 if he could do it. Frank gobbled it down laughing the whole fucking time.
I still think what you guys are doing is still great for the podcast community and just society in general. Keep fighting the good fight. Get Pussy 69 is back. Regards, Get Pussy 69. P.S. Dick Dominator 69 wants to know when she is getting her $50 Pure Romance gift card or she wants her exquisite Blumpkin drawing back. O'Doyle rules.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah, his girlfriend, old Dick Dominator 69.
Well, Dick Dominator 69 was told by me, given the website, given the phone number of the rep, and told to make an order. She's never made an order.
All right, so Dick Dominator isn't got her shit together.
No, I told him 4 times. I gave the phone number. I gave everything. Call this woman. Tell her what you want. Look through the catalog. Tell her what you want. It's covered. She never did it. There is no physical gift card. You have to call her and make your order.
Wait. Her name is. Wait, hold on. We're not going to pass Dick Dominator 69.
Oh, that's a name he gave her because
Okay. Hopefully.
apparently she's quite gifted in the dick dominating area.
Ooh, and she makes like 6 figures and is a lawyer.
And
Somehow Get Pussy 69 figured all this shit out through a haze of alcohol and then woke up and his life was fucking perfect, this cunt. But anyways, I'm sorry, buddy. Thank you for writing. I'm sorry that we butchered your reading. I can't read or write.
I can't
Chris
see.
can't see, probably were read. But
I
here
can
we
read
are.
great.
Yeah, so he says.
And they didn't actually.
I can read well.
I'm half slow, so I didn't want to read it.
Well, we
just
weren't
can't-
even going to ask you.
I just can't fucking see. All right, this segment, Reggie, is called Who Wins in the Fight? Okay, I'm going to give you
Close up for Reggie.
either 2 people or a group of people, if it's a tag team or a cage match, and you're going to tell me
Tag team.
the reasons why, who's going to win each fight.
Back
Okay?
again. Rex
Now, I'll
in
give you a
effect,
little
so
quick
let's begin.
synopsis of the fight. The first one is Kevin Hart versus Howard Stern. Now, you have to look at these 2 people. Howard Stern's very tall, but very uncoordinated and awkward. Kevin Hart is a stocky, muscular guy, but he's only comes up to my knees. So these 2 are in the ring. They're both fucking pissed off. They've been talking about each other's mothers for a week. Who wins the fight and why?
Kevin Hart.
Okay, and your reasons for that?
Kevin Hart's a little younger than Howard Stern. Howard Stern's what, older, about 50?
Oh, he's older than that.
60,
He's probably in his late
64.
mid-60s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't. And plus, he can't move that fast. And
But if he swung one of those big fucking arms around and hit Kevin Hart's a tiny dude, man.
To be fair, Howard
But I feel
Stern
like
is
Kevin-
he does stay in shape. He does run on a regular basis, so he does have a little bit of cardio in him. Even though he's older, he does take care of himself. He eats well. He does all that stuff.
also, Kevin Hart does too. I mean, but
Of course, he does. Yes.
But Kevin Hart's the same size as this vape here.
But yeah, Kevin Hart also does his boxing stuff. His coordination stuff. So I feel like
Well, he's not going to get to Stern's head.
Yeah, he's not going to.
He's got to take him out with body shots.
I actually agree with Reggie 100%. Kevin Hart trains boxing pretty
Trains
hard.
boxing, yeah.
He's pretty ripped, really.
Oh, he's shredded, yeah.
I mean, he's not big, but that don't really matter in that kind of fight. I think that would be an easy win for Kevin Hart.
See, it could be, but
Stern's
you know,
a little puss, man.
he's a total puss.
Yeah.
But he's that tall.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck.
And he's got
but
he's got the reach. There's no way Stern doesn't have the reach.
So imagine seeing Howard Stern even throw a punch. There's no way he doesn't go like this.
But you know what? Giraffes don't look tough. But when they swing those legs and fucking neck around, they do some damage.
It's the neck, man. You ever seen a giraffe fight?
Yeah.
All they do is slam their heads into each other, their big ass necks into each other until
But I
one
mean,
of them
Howard
dies.
Stern's got legs like a giraffe. I'm going Stern.
You think he fights like a giraffe?
I think he does anything to get out of there. I think Howard Stern has had many fucking threats against him because of the shit he said on the radio.
Of course.
And I think he does. I think he's one of those people. You get him in a fight situation, he doesn't know how to fight, but he's going to do anything he has to win.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of there.
Fair enough.
I'm
You're
going
taking Stern. Me and Reggie are taking Hart.
Yeah.
All right, the next fight is current. It's right now. It's not in their prime. It's them right now. Okay? You've got Ozzy Osbourne in the red corner.
All right.
Nancy Pelosi in the blue corner.
Oof.
Ozzy has got fucking Parkinson's. He's on a cane, but he's a man. Nancy Pelosi
He's got Parkinson's.
is Ozzy with the Y chromosome.
All right. Is Ozzy sober nowadays?
What's that?
Is Ozzy sober nowadays?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. She's got two X's without a Y chromosome. That's what Nancy is. Ozzy is sober because he's on so much fucking medication.
All right.
Yeah, I would take Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi?
Yeah.
Ozzy's a crazy man. He bites heads off animals and stuff. He was fucking Ozzy.
But he's fucking Ozzy, but he's got Parkinson's shit. He's shaking and shit. He can't.
He's not shaking yet.
He's fucking damn near there.
He's damn near there. But Nancy Pelosi is like that without Parkinson's. You seen her?
But that's gonna
She looks like Mick Mars.
I'll probably put that fight to a draw.
She does.
I'll probably draw that fight. I'll probably say that
That's
ends in
a tough one. But you know what? Here's why I'm kind of, and this is why I asked the sobriety question. I think Nancy puts back quite a bit of wine. So she gets that wine drunk in her. She might be able to take a punch, especially a shaky fucking shitty punch. But
Ozzy got a cane in his hand.
Ozzy does have a cane in his hand. You're right. You're right there. Pelosi has more money. So she probably, I don't know what that matters.
No, it doesn't. Not in this case. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the dude. Sorry, I mean that's a fair fight though.
It's a great
If
fight.
I was Las Vegas and they came to me and said, "Will you sanction this
It'd be
fight?"
a
I'm like,
pick'em.
"Yeah, fucking sure." I go minus 140 for Ozzy, maybe plus 110 maybe for Nancy, and
I
then
got
maybe get a little
Nancy.
bit of plus odds.
I
but
got
not
her
much.
pulling it out. I got Nancy Pelosi pulling this.
But
one
yeah,
out.
I think that's an even matchup.
See, one of the main reasons I disagree with you is because Ozzy has been going through fucking incredible pain for the last 20 years with all kinds of issues. None of Nancy's punches are going to compare to a fucking disc that's shaped like a question mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's going to go, oh, what was that? And I'm going with Ozzy. He's got the cane. He's a man.
Plus, I don't even think he'd know if you hit him. He'd be,
What the fuck just happened here? Yeah, so I'm going with Ozzy.
They didn't even bother putting his performance on the other night when he was on the
I know.
halftime show because it was just pathetic. He just stands there.
But you know what? He still sounds like Ozzy.
He does. Well, not. But yes.
I mean, he doesn't scream
He
as
sounds
long
like
as
old
he could.
Ozzy,
Yeah, but
which is fine.
The voice is still there. You close your eyes, you hear Ozzy.
He's a lot better than Vince Neil.
All right, the third one is a handicapped match. It's 2 versus 1. Okay? I want you to think about both
Not
of
a
these men.
handicapped person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not handyman. I need a hero. In this corner, you got Pete Davidson and Snoop Dogg today. Both the guys combined weigh about as much as you from the waist down. In the right corner, Amanda Nunes.
And then
Fucking toughest woman on the planet.
Do you know who she is?
she's a MMA.
Yeah.
She's the MMA.
She's a double champion in MMA. She has knocked out Cyborg, who was the Amanda Nunes before her.
I would
and
take Amanda Nunes.
Beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey. Beat the shit out of everybody.
Now, Amanda Nunes is not a big girl. She's stocky and she's muscular as fuck, but she's not huge. She's, 125, 135
Nah,
pounds?
she weighs in 135 and 145, but she probably weighs
Dogg
about
and them-
150.
Okay, now you have Snoop Dogg, who's skinny as a rail and undoubtedly going to go into the ring high. Okay, but you got Pete.
Also, Pete Davidson too.
Yeah, but Pete Davidson's only 30 years old.
Yeah, but with those shitty tattoos that he has, that makes me think
He's getting them lasered off.
he's like white trash. Well, he's definitely white trash with those tattoos, but he also looks like he's kind of scrappy. You don't get those tattoos unless you're kind of scrappy.
And you got Snoop Dogg, who he's got to have been some scraps in his life,
Well, of
even though he's
course, he grew up
Snoop.
in
But
the
you got
gangs and
Amanda
shit.
Nunes, who's been doing this shit her whole life.
But if they format a plan to go at her from both sides, and hey, I'm going to grab her, you fucking hit her in the pussy, whatever.
Fuck her in the pussy.
Here's the thing, though. If they come at you, let's say they're both on this side of the ring, you're on this side of the ring. Amanda Nunes really only has to run at them and do some kind of flying knee, and you're going to take one of them out. And now it's just one-on-one.
This
and
is
she's
true.
going to fuck either of them up one-on-one.
Without a doubt. That's why I put two of them in there.
I give it to her.
You're going Amanda Nunes,
He gave it
too?
to her too.
Yeah, I give him
Who you
that,
taking?
yes.
I'm also going to Amanda Nunes because what I think's going to happen, I don't think either one of them can punch hard enough to drop her with one punch.
Probably not.
Because she's
Unless it was perfect.
You can hit her with a fucking sledgehammer, and she's going to keep coming at you.
Yeah.
So what I think's going to happen is one of them's going to blindly go in and try to like take her to the ground. She's going to either fucking armbar him or choke him out, and then the next one's fucking putty. So I'm also going with Amanda Nunes.
Well, the worst thing to do would be to go to the ground when you're going against two people. You want to at least take one of them outstanding before you go to the
Right.
ground.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because if you go to the ground and you're trying to choke someone or armbar them, the other guy can just hit you willy-nilly.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I think the armbar for either one of them they're going to tap real fast.
You know what? I enjoy any podcast where I can say willy-nilly.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
do.
go on.
All right, the next one. Now you need to think about lots of factors in this fight. Okay, in the red corner, you got BTS, the K-pop boy band from Seoul, South Korea.
Okay.
They're skinny, they're little,
You know
but
their
they're
hometown.
well. That's the whole world knows who BTS is.
Yeah, go on.
There's 7 of them. They dress like women, but not being racist. They're from South Korea. One of or two of them might have a martial arts background. Maybe.
Is Korea known for their martial arts?
Every Asian country is.
No,
That's the racism part.
Yeah, okay, go on.
So you got BTS. There's 7 of them. In the other corner, you got the Backstreet Boys. They're older. There's only 5 of them, but they look to be in better physical shape than BTS. Go. Because if BTS knows karate, you're done.
Well, I feel like,
Backstreet Boys are my age.
they told me 2 things in life.
Jason's age.
They told me 2 things in life never to fuck with.
Maybe a little bit older.
There's 2 things in life Reggie don't fuck with.
All right, go on.
It's my asshole
It sounds like
Well,
a little
that's
bit.
been proven wrong.
Yeah.
and 7 men from Korea that can probably fight, probably know some shit. Cause
They're little,
just because
tiny guys.
Just because they can dance, just because you see them dancing and singing and shit, don't mean they know some shit.
See, I tend to agree with you, and I'll tell you why. They're all small. I think the biggest one weighs 145 pounds. They're little. But it sounds racist. In South Korea, you have to know things. Like, they were given a special pardon.
Like karate.
Well, they were given a special part. In South Korea, you have to, every man, when he turns 17 or 18, has to go into the fucking army for 3 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries like that.
Okay, well, these guys were actually the only ones ever to be given an excuse. They don't have to go because they're representing the country, whatever.
Because they were
But
too pretty.
I think growing up in a country that makes you go in the service, chances are in high school you're really taught physical fitness and maybe some other things. So I'm going with the BTS boys,
Who are they fighting again?
Backstreet Boys,
Backstreet's back. All right.
Now?
right now.
Right now.
So the old Backstreet Boys.
They're mid 40s.
I don't even know anybody in the Backstreet Boys.
No, but they're you know they're not skinny little tiny guys. Two of them
they're
are.
just normal dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Backstreet Boys.
You're going with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Now there's 7 BTS guys.
Yeah,
5
but
Backstreet Boys.
I always root for the Americans in a fight if I think it's a toss-up.
See.
You know?
Yeah.
Big nationalist guy over here.
Yeah.
Fucking red, white, and blue.
I'm going BTS.
You gotta go BTS.
Because I think they've had some type of Korean training.
just because they
I think one of them's going to walk up and just fucking kung fu the fuck out of one of them.
Well,
And then
the
it's gonna be
Backstreet
4.
Boys are new age rich people, though. So, I mean, they have money. They're probably doing yoga and staying in shape and being all queer. And,
They are. Do you know that it's in there? That's what I'm saying. South Korea's got these fucking laws. It's in their fucking contract. They're not allowed to fraternize with women. They're not fucking. They're going all over the world and they're not allowed to fuck. They have people that take them everywhere.
you don't think?
No.
This is South Korea, not North Korea.
I realize that, but there's still fucking
They
rules.
care if they fuck?
They're not allowed to fuck.
What do you mean they're not allowed to fuck?
They are not allowed to
All right,
fraternize with
we gotta
fans.
move on. Next fight. I don't believe you.
All right, the next one. Well, it's what I read. Who
I'm
knows?
gonna be looking at
All
that.
right, the next one. Now, this one's tough.
Middle note, Jason. Look
Now,
up
what
at
you're going to
BTK
say,
or whatever.
I
can
know what
fuck.
your answer is going to be automatically off the bat, but you need to think about it. Caitlyn Jenner,
World class athlete.
world class athlete.
world
the
class, on
70s.
every Wheaties box in the fucking world.
In the
and a
70s.
decathlete, though. You're talking fucking, what's that?
Super
10
shape.
events, right. Yeah,
Super shape.
ridiculous. Versus on the right side, Chaz Bono.
Who's Chaz Bono?
Now, Chaz Bono is Sonny and Cher's son, who was born a female and is a trans, now fully trans with the surgery and everything. But I'm talking big, thick dude, not
But just-
muscular.
yeah, fat. It was a fat chick that became a fat dude, and the parents are famous. That's pretty much the only reason anyone knows about.
But
Chaz
the thing
Bono.
about Chaz Bono is easily 20 to 30 years younger than Caitlyn.
A lot younger. I'm going with the super athlete, though, aren't you? I'm
The
going with
super athlete,
what you would think, though.
super athlete's been on estrogen for the last 5 years.
But that's what
Yeah,
you would
so-
think, though. That's what you would think. You would go with the world superclass.
That's what
athlete.
you'd automatically say, but I'm not going there.
I'm
I'm
not-
going Chaz Bono.
Yeah.
I mean, you are going to the toss-up. Now, the Bono's taking testosterone and
Has been for 25 years.
and the other one's taking estrogen, so you got that.
Right.
But, well, yeah, and you're right. Bono's been doing it for a long time. This isn't some, like, Johnny-come-lately trans person. Like,
no.
Bono was trans before trans was trans. You know, everybody
Absolutely.
gave a fuck about it all of a sudden.
Yeah, one of the first.
But I still
People
give it
to
to
get the real
Caitlyn, man.
surgery.
I think Caitlyn can still throw down if she has to.
See, I'm not. I'm going with.
She's in good shape still.
I'm going the other way. I am definitely going with Chaz Bono because Caitlyn has made the transition. Hardcore estrogen for years. Old, and if you haven't seen him, like when he was Bruce Jenner before he transitioned to Caitlyn, he was looking pretty feeble and frail. Now, this was a world-class athlete at one time. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, it's not that person anymore. Chaz Bono is, fat, but has been on testosterone for 25 years. It has the fucking, the testosterone, that going on. I'm going Chaz Bono.
Right.
All right, I think we need to get straight to what's your price. We don't have a fucking name for this.
Name your price.
Or name your price. We don't have a name. We don't have a song for this.
No, Adam will have to make a
Yeah,
song.
I mean, we played the Would You Rather song last week and then did that instead. And I don't want to play the Would You Rather thing. So
The Price is Right
just
song.
all right. Let's brainstorm right here though. What song? What kind of song should it be? We got. I always tell Adam a song, the name of the song, and what I want it to sound like, and I give real vague. Like I'll just say 7 shitty questions, make it sound like Primus. Joke of the week, make it sound like Rush.
I'm thinking. I think this
Emails,
song should
polka.
sound something like really hardcore, like almost like fucking death metal,
Yeah.
because this is something you really have to think about before you
So
fucking
like
come up
black
with an answer.
metal.
like
just-
Cannibal Corpse kind of stuff. The fucking on the drums, and you know what I mean.
Double bass.
Yeah, the
A lot of double
hardcore,
bass.
the death metal, that music.
All right.
That's what I think, because you really have to. You're gonna do this regardless.
What the fuck was that?
That's what he
Death
wants.
metal. Well, because the question I'm going to ask you
Cannibal
is something.
Corpse, dude. You don't know anything about Cannibal Corpse?
I just thought he had a bunch of fucking dildos in them.
Well, that's how they sing. You can't understand them. Yeah. And can you imagine how hard it would be to sing like that?
I've done
for
it.
Hours, but for hours.
Not
Every day?
hours. No one does anything for hours, but yeah,
They do an hour and a half set probably.
They'll do an hour probably, but yeah, either way, it's not. Don't feel good.
I would imagine it'll hurt for hours after you're done.
I would only do it periodically in songs, mostly as a joke, just like as a part of a chorus or whatever. And it would, even that, like after one show, all throughout the night, my voice is kind of shot.
Yeah.
The next day, it like kind of, don't feel.
and you have to
well.
do it again the next day.
Yeah, if you're doing the tours and stuff, those guys like live off lemon juice and shit.
Do they?
Yes, they drink nothing but like iced tea. And
But I think that's what it should be, because this question I'm going to ask you, you have to come up with an answer. And it's got to be a realistic answer. Okay? Don't say $1 billion. Okay? Give me a real price. If I had money laid out on this table, and I said, name your price, how much do I have to give you? How much of this money do I have to give you for you to do this? And it's not always sexual questions. Sometimes it's just fucked up stuff. Okay?
Right.
Your best friend in the world. I don't know who your best friend in the world. Someone you've been friends with since you were a kid. All right, Jason? Mm-hmm. Same with you. Yours would probably be Adam. Someone's been your best buddy for years. You'd fucking take a bullet for the dude. Okay? Mm-hmm. You go to his house to drop something off. His mom answers the door naked and says, I won't tell. Fuck me. His mother. Mm-hmm. Name your price.
Nancy Nuri recently passed away, so this isn't going to be an option anymore.
This
but
is before she
if
passed
she did
away.
offer, she never really cared for me that much because the first time I met her, I walked in. I don't remember how old I was, probably like 12. I walked in her house and told her that it smelled really bad, and she didn't like me for a good 6 years. And then she ended up liking me when she got older, and I think more because she liked my wife.
Yeah.
But either way, old Nancy Nuri putting the fucking bone down to her.
This is bad. This is somebody that would do anything for you. This is your best pal in the fucking world.
Name
And
my
his mom
price.
says, fuck me. How much does you got to get paid to fuck your best friend's mother?
Give me about 100,000.
100,000. That's a decent amount of money.
It's a decent amount of money, and it sounds to me like an honest answer. Because you ain't destroying a lifetime friendship for 10 grand. You know what I mean?
You know, the good thing about my situation
Is he wouldn't care, but
is he would not care. He would think it would be the funniest fucking thing in the world.
let's say he did care.
and he would just, I mean, he'd be disgusted, but he would see the humor. You know what I mean? There's no doubt he wouldn't see the humor. But to be fair, Nancy Nuri wasn't the most attractive lady in the world, all right? Her name wasn't even Nancy. But, 20,000.
20,000.
20,000.
We got 20 and 100. Quite a range there.
Yeah. Maybe he's more morally, and yeah, he's a better person than me. Maybe.
Well, but maybe.
But you're a horrible person. I mean, let's not throw that out.
Maybe in
there.
his situation,
Thank you.
his friend wouldn't think it was funny and ironic.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
his friend
true.
would say, "I ain't never fucking talking to your ass again."
Would
So-
your friend hate you?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's one of those stereotypes that happens to be true. Okay, you could say to a white guy, "Hey, your mom sucks dick" or whatever. Ha ha ha! It's funny. You don't say stuff about a black guy's mom.
I will say
You just don't do that.
I will say you have a better chance of getting away with it than with a white guy.
100%.
Not all of them are going to go for it. There's plenty of them that
No,
would get
but
very upset.
I don't
also,
think
but
I don't think any black guys that I know are cool with that joke.
No.
You can make a joke about a lot of things.
yeah, it's
but
almost
you
100%
don't go after
black
their
dudes.
mother.
Or if they, because it's just I don't know why it's so different. I don't look at the color of it. I just kind of look at, like, if you say you put mom, I'd probably laugh about it because I say, oh well. At the end
Well,
of the day,
see, I think the reason is because I think on the average, white guys can almost take anything you say as a joke.
Yeah.
Black guys, most of the black guys I'm friends with, they can too, but just not there. Not mom or not you're gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
I've
black
noticed that
guys I
too.
know don't like jokes. Hey, would you suck dick for a million? Don't do it. Don't talk about it like that, man. I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean?
What's your price?
My price, I would say my my best buddy ever, guy I moved here with, Lance. I don't really know his mom well, but I do know that if I banged her, he'd be gone. I'd never hear from him ever again. And it would be a shitty thing to lose because he's a real solid dude, fucking great guy. Lance, I love you, but 50 grand's a life changer for me. I could do a lot with 50 grand. I won't go under. 50 is the match, but my number is 50,000.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's very fair. I looked at a 20,000, but I didn't have to lose a friend over it.
Yeah, I would lose him forever. He'd never fucking talk to me. As a matter of fact, he'd probably drive up from Florida and beat the shit out of me if you really want
At
to know.
this age?
Oh, yeah. He's still a big, thick, solid dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd kick my ass.
Well, that sucks, man. I hope you don't get beat up for fucking his mom.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, right.
Because who's going to give me the 50 G's?
I
You
don't
guys,
know.
second mortgage on your house, drop that 50 and we'll see what happens. But,
Right.
but that's my number. So,
All right, here we go.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I got a good fuck you. And it's going to make me sound like the devil.
Well, most of them do. Go ahead.
Fuck you to all those New York migrants who are fucking all pissed off. And
Wow.
the ones that got sent to Martha's Vineyards are the one I'm talking about.
You would go the complete opposite way I would.
Okay, now hold on a second. This has been done for the last 30 years, where these fucking mayors and governors of these states and cities trying to fucking get rid of their fucking homeless problems and their migration problems, and they're sending people to hold on, let me finish. They're sending people to different cities and different states, giving you, here's $50 and a bus ticket. Okay, these people were sent to Martha's Vineyard on an airplane. First of all, I say fuck you because how stupid do you have to think that, first of all, you're in this country illegally, a lot of you are. Do you really think that the fucking government is going to give you a plane ticket, a home, and a job? These people are all claiming that they were promised new homes and jobs. You think you're going to sneak into this country illegally and we're going to give you a fucking house? You're a fucking idiot. Now, if they just said, look, we're going to send you here because we're trying to get rid of you, sue the fuck out of them. Sue them. DeSantis?
You realize they're coming into an unknown. These people, they're coming from nowhere. Like some just bullshit. Probably have barely any education or anything else, not knowing what to expect. So
They're
if
sneaking into a country knowing full well that if they get caught, they could get deported.
they could.
They're sneaking in here. So do you really think that, okay, if we get caught sneaking in there, we're going to get sent back to Guatemala or wherever the fuck we go. But if we do make it in there, They're going to give us a new home of our own and a fucking job. Come on, man. How stupid are you?
They don't care anyway. They're just happy you're not taking them back to Guatemala or Venezuela.
These
They don't
people
give
are
a fuck.
suing the fucking state of New York.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Well,
There's a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, but you think they reached out to a lawyer? They had 3 million lawyers that took the opportunity to use it.
Without
they
a
don't
doubt.
They have no clue what's going on. They're just
Without
wanting
a
to stay in America. That's about it. What's funny about that is you say that they've been doing this for years. They've never not been doing this before. They haven't been doing this for years.
Bullshit.
No,
I've
no,
experienced it.
listen. DeSantis did this. They were in Texas. They've never had a governor of another state use money, government money, to send immigrants that are in Texas to a different state. That has never happened. That's insane. This guy is in Florida. If the Texas governor did it, it'd be one thing. It'd be like, well, that's whatever. That shit has been going on
Right.
forever. This guy is in Florida.
I know.
Using money.
Oh,
to
I said
fucking-
New York today. I meant Florida. But.
Yeah, the governor. No, they sent them to New York.
Right.
But the governor of Florida sent people in Texas to New York. That is just a political bullshit ploy he's doing to make his presidential
And then a whole
campaign
bunch of
look
them were
better.
sent to Massachusetts to Martha's Vineyard.
And whatever. Like, I really don't give a shit about all that. It's just fucked up to play with people's lives like that. I don't care what they did.
I
They're
agree,
Just, in the end, they're
1,000%.
just trying to make their lives better, and you're using them as a ploy. No, fuck you to the people that did that.
Fuck them too. What I'm saying is this, okay? Because when I was in Arizona, when I was living in Tucson, the fucking governor or the governor of Colorado and the mayor of Denver rounded up all their homeless people, and they gave them either a bus ticket to Tucson, Arizona, or Albuquerque, New Mexico. They just got rid of their fucking homeless problem in 1 minute. They said, "Here's $50 and a bus ticket," and these people are like, "Well, I can be homeless anywhere.
Yeah.
Give me the money." Okay, what I'm saying is, and I think it's shitty as fuck to play with people's lives like that. I really do. But I'm saying, if you truly think that you're going to sneak in the country and be promised a home and not be smart enough to know these people aren't going to give me a fucking house. These people are claiming that they were offered a new home and a good paying job.
Well, they were told that there's going to be a lot of jobs opening up in that area. And
A
all this
home,
other
too.
Stuff. Well, then they'd be able to afford a home. I don't think they're just going to give them one. Either way, you know what? And they sent them the if they really wanted to be dickheads, they would have sent it to them in season. It's the off season for Martha's Vineyard. Come on, you're not even really bothering anyone. There's no one fucking there.
Well, except the Kennedys. I mean, how fucking good, nice to
People
piss
that
off the
live
Kennedys.
there.
But all I'm saying is that I only say fuck you because you got this huge lawsuit for, millions of dollars, whatever. I'm saying fuck you because do you really, truly think? I think DeSantis is a fucking shit human being who would play with people's lives like this. I think it sucks. I feel bad for these people. But they...
Fuck them.
But I was promised a home. I was promised a new home and a well-paying job.
They don't know any
I
better.
snuck into this country on a fucking raft, but I was promised a brand new home for me and my family and a fucking good paying job.
Hey, frankly, some people should go out there and do that. You have such a hard time getting employees anymore. Why not go down there and grab
Give
a
'em a
couple?
house?
I don't know about a house, but I still don't think they're just.
Or even if
promised
it
a
was an
home.
apartment. They were promised a home according to
maybe
what?
living quarters. I don't know. Either way,
Who gets a free home?
fuck DeSantis?
I agree. Fuck him too. That should be your fuck you.
No.
Mine is for actually thinking that you're going to fucking get promised a brand new home.
My fuck you goes out to old small dick Brett Farve and his Wranglers. All right, Brett Favre. I don't know if you heard about this recently. Have you heard about the Brett Favre scandal?
No.
All right, Brett Favre was given money from the welfare fund in Mississippi. The money that was supposed to go to welfare in Mississippi, he was given it to him by the governor and everybody else in Mississippi's legislature to build a fucking volleyball stadium at a college, a $6 million volleyball stadium. He knew all along that it was wrong. He even has text messages saying, is there any way this gets out? And this guy said, no, we don't report any of this kind of stuff to the media. He knew it was fucking wrong. He's rich on his own. I mean, Brett Favre can spend $6 million on a volleyball court if he really wants to.
It was welfare money.
Yeah,
he was
I mean,
given.
and he was given money out of the state's welfare fund. Granted, the poorest state in the country, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And he
pretty-
took the fucking money
took the
without
money.
any problems. And he promised to do some PSAs and some speeches. What the fuck's Brett Favre going to tell people on welfare about?
He's taking people's
what I mean?
money
All you got to
that
do
can't
is...
afford to feed their fucking children.
wanna-
And he's taking that money and fucking...
You want to throw a football?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You want to feed your kids here every day. You go in that backyard and you throw that football through that tire swing wearing your Wranglers. 16 years later, you'll be rich like me. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Brett Favre. Fuck you for taking the money. Fuck you and your small dick sending it to everybody. He was the Deshaun Watson before Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he didn't get the same shit that Deshaun Watson did. People just went on
he
with their
just sent
lives.
a picture of his dick.
He
There's
sent
a big difference between what Deshaun Watson did.
no,
and
you're right, but he's still
He was a creep, yeah.
unwanted pictures of his dick to 2 different masseuses.
Yeah, he was a creep.
You know, he was a creep. All right,
Hey,
and not even.
good being a fan there, Matt Hudson.
Well, what did Matt Hudson do?
He's Packers fan.
I think he'd drop him on this one.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he drops his allegiance to
I
Brett
agree.
Favre on this one.
Yeah, I agree.
But he didn't move over to little dick pics, so
No, he
who
didn't.
knows? You got to fuck you, Reggie?
I don't have a fuck you right now,
He's
guys.
such a nice guy. You
Well,
know what I mean?
you know,
this is a guy that should have never went to
Wait,
jail.
I do got to fuck you.
All right.
You got 3
fuck
minutes
you.
for the fuck you. I got to go.
Yep.
I got to fuck you for Hamilton County Jail.
Oh, the small covers, the
For trying
poor
to make
food.
it- the
No,
heel, the bread. A lot
No,
of
it
people
wasn't
get
the
real
bread.
mad
It was
about
just
that.
the
No
fuck
idea.
you of how dirty it is. It's just the dirtiest, nastiest place you go. And the rudest fucking CEOs out there, man.
Imagine the people they got to
Fuck
deal with.
you. Yeah, but I do imagine that. And I do, some of them were nice, but some of them were just
Yeah.
fucking dicks, you know?
Yeah, it'd be hard.
Like, we asked to turn a fucking channel. He wouldn't turn the fucking channel. We had to watch the news all fucking day. So fuck you to that CEO who wouldn't turn the fucking channel.
I feel like the CEO would be a lot like our job, like being a dice dealer on a fucking Saturday night, but could be a lot more violent, I think, as a
I would
CEO
think so.
kind of thing.
Right.
So
And
take
I
out,
think
take out the
Hamilton-
violence, but kind of the same thing. And it's the same thing with dealers. Sometimes you get the dealers in a good mood, then you got the hard ones just so fucking sick of this shit.
And you know what?
I
Hamilton
mean?
County's got a pretty high crime rate. I would imagine they got hundreds of people coming through there every fucking day.
Oh, there was literally 100 people that after me came in.
I mean, how clean are you going to be able to keep a place that's just got people going through there fucking constantly?
You can have
you can
just
have a
hire a
decent-
janitor.
Yeah.
But that janitor you probably have to pay a decent amount of money to someone.
No, the inmate's clean.
Inmates
Oh,
clean.
okay.
What do you think they're going to do? Fuck, I'm looking at 60 days like I'm going to make this floor clean enough
Yeah,
to
I
fucking
ain't
eat
making,
off of.
I ain't
Fuck
making a
off.
little nice. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
hire
that's
a
it.
janitor.
That's our episode.
There should be jail janitors.
I don't know. I don't think
Fucking
I want to be in
assholes.
jail.
All right, yep, that's our episode. We got to get out of here. Chris has to show up 1 hour early to pick up his kid.
Half hour.
Half hour.
I know.
I got to get a parking space.
What the hell?
I get a parking space. All right, until next week, guys, go fuck yourself or don't. I don't really give a shit what you do. That's up to you. I'm really not a picky person.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now.